you for joining me on the channel, Mazarov Tarot. Today, I am doing a collective energy reading. I'm actually going to be starting off with the sign of Leo. Hopefully, I can get to Capricorn. But nonetheless, it's not day specific and in no specific order. And I use male and female pronouns, but you don't actually have to be a biological male or woman to be in either one of the energies, and actually it can switch for you throughout the reading. By just placing a story, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get into it. Leo, I've been talking to a Leo that's in a warm climate, or someone that has like a lot of tropical placements in their chart. But I was hearing something. Is it Golden Carols? Golden Cables? I was hearing something, and I believe that's a neighborhood in Florida. The thing that is so weird, it's not depressing. It could be. It could be. I don't believe so. I'd have to check that out in a second. But I was hearing like, sexy, read all about it. And it's so fascinating, right? Sexy. The word sexy, because sexy is sex Y. And if you don't know about chromosomes, the Y chromosomes is a man. So some man is considered sexy. Now, I could be talking peacock energy. I could be talking to an Aquarius energy that's dealing with the Leo. Not necessarily Leos could be feeling like they're dealing with the one, and the one for them is really, really sexy. But it just represents the reason why that a feminine energy or somebody could be doing something, and it is for a man. Now, the thing that is so confusing to me is that a lot of women pretend or say that they are sexy. And even though they have a C there, right? C like fish, like water, or C like Christ, or C like the letter, or to be able to see like a visionary. Visionary. That's so funny. You would have to be what? A Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. A lot of women pride themselves on being a man. A lot of women pride themselves on being a man, especially when you are into like social media or something like that. That's why you should not rely on your phone or the computer to dictate or show you or influence you on how you are supposed to be. Because if you women want to be sexy, then you need to wear a suit and a damn tie. Well, not necessarily. You would need to dress like a man. Now, since you women don't dress like a man, but a lot of men run the fashion industry, what are you dressed like? If those men, homosexuality is what sexy is, or the devil wears Prada, take it to wherever it resonates, what the freak are you women representing? Excuse me, don't look at my big back. The letter D. D got something to do with 3, 33. Actually, D has something to do with 32, because it's the letter 3 and the number, and F2, which is like, I believe, brighter or to dim. I don't know if it's to condemn you or for you to be enlightened. Regardless, as above, so below. So Leos are in this situation where they want to be sexy, but Leos have no idea what it takes to be a man, to be a boy. Now, so you're just being addressed. And what you women are being addressed as are prostitutes. Or, what's the style? I don't know. I'm just like a man. I just have a t-shirt. But all my clothes are t-shirts. It's regardless if it's a man's shirt or it's a woman. It's going to be sexy. So you wouldn't want to be prostitutes. That's cool. What's cool? COOL. That's cool. If I take that L out for no L, that's a cool. What's a cool? Isn't a cool like a secret operation? Like it's a coup. Or is that a coup? What is it? I don't know. But regardless, Leos are putting themselves out there as a sexy man. Yeah, you wouldn't have to say sexy man. That's sexy. Why? What's the reason? What's the logic? Me Too. It's the Me Too movement. I am also sexy. I am also irresistible. So much so now I feel like a fucking victim because when you see me, you see sex. You see something that you can use for your sexual gratification. Not me. No, not me. Because I don't want to tie the knot. I don't want to tie the knot with you. I don't want to be in no soul tie. They say it's a soul tie. Who would be in a soul tie? The Lord and the devil. Because your souls are tied up. What's that mean? Your soul tie. A lot of people in the spiritual community believe that a soul tie means like you've had sex with a person and you've created a bond. That's not a soul tie. A soul tie makes me think of a race where two souls, in whatever way they're going, are tied neck and neck. I don't know which reading is going to upload first, but I just did a reading and it's titled along the lines of like Persephone's ring has been chosen by Hades. It's a play on words, which is the apple. The devil asks somebody once or twice, did he say that you can't have that apple? Yeah. What did he say? I don't know what somebody said. Could have been me, because I don't know. I was not there. The thing is, in that reading, I was talking about Aries, and as above, so below for fire signs. Leo is another fire sign, burning one. Something that has brewed up from somebody. I was talking to Aries about a child trying to emulate the way that their mother loves a man. And how the son, even though it was inappropriate for the daughter to emulate her mother, to want to lay with a man. It was a positive insight for the son because the son learned how to be like said father. But it made me think of, for a quick second, Leo, it made me think about the Lord and Mary. Not Jesus and Mary. Jesus' mother, Mary, and the Lord. Now, they did not lay together because they did not lay in the same bed because that could not have been her father. I don't believe God was her father. So Mary would have had to have been a Gentile. That was not her God. So she could have created a soul tie. She could have created a child, a son. But Mary was Jesus, her God. Because a lot of people, especially like if you watch these movies, The Da Vinci Code, they think Mary would have been married to her father. He would have been her father, no? Or would she have been a Gentile and not a true believer in him and in what he represented in heaven? Right? For her to have been married to him. Or you believe that he married his daughter. Now, Leos, I once talked to Gemini. I can't recall what reading it was, but I was talking about Jesus and how he was with a prostitute. But it had nothing to do with sex. No. I didn't see sex. It's not a man. And nothing to do with sex. What was they doing? Couldn't have been panhandling. What was he doing? He was being a handler? How's he handling the situation? Excuse me. How was anybody handling anything? They say nothing happens by coincidence, Leo. Everything happens by chance. What's chance? I think about Chancellor. I don't know the chances. You gotta take a chance. You gotta take a risk. But it all started with some sex. Man. You know, when I feel rebellious or want to know more than I should about negativity, I don't look up to, but I research on the devil. And for some reason, for some odd reason, twins, they believe that the devil or Lucifer was the most beautiful. And when I sat back, I thought, why? Because it got a ring on it. It got a ring to it. Do they not all have halo? They all got a ring to it. Who said that Lucifer is the most beautiful one? Who said that? Who said that? Who said it? Why did it stick? Vegas. Why did it stick? So, Leo's going to be the most beautiful one. Sexy. The reason why. But why did it stick? What's up, Leo? Leo's got something to do with the number 8 or 8.5. Oh, Leo's got something to do with half of 7 into 8. I don't know what that means. 7 eighths. I don't know how to break that down. But they said once Leo, the devil was the most beautiful creature there ever was. Was it naked? Or did it wear clothes? Was it a dresser? I don't think Lucifer was the most beautiful. No. They didn't put a ring on it. So we're talking about soul ties, man, sex, beauty, influence, and contracts. Now, temptation. What's a citation? They say a citation. I don't want a citation. I'm going to teach you, Leo. I'm not. But I'm reiterating something that I've heard. I'm going to teach you how to adorn yourself in gold. Adorn. 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 I hear a thorn. It's not a D. No, it's not a T. It's a D. What's adorn? A-D-O-R-N. I ain't never adorned nothing. Maybe a Christmas tree. I never did it. I bought my Christmas trees pre-lit. I don't know. I can't afford no real shit. So, Leos want to have a gift. Leo's gift is responsibility. Responsibility 8 for supper. Leo's got a responsibility for the supper. Now, I don't know if dinner is the last supper for you. Or if it's just a dinner before you have your last snack. What's the serial number? Um, 140, 180. I don't know what it is. But I was thinking about that for Leo. God. God. Not the spirit of God. Some fleshy God. He taught Adam before he was a made man. Or he taught the earth how to be adorned in gold. Some God. Because he said that's good for heaven. And onyx. And dust. Because the earth has to be presentable. The spirit, and I think that's the thing that we are looking for, but we has not even begun to be spiritually led. Because it doesn't even dive into that. It's just the spirit of God hovering over some water. It did not teach you how to be adorned in gold. It did not want you. If you ask me. It did not go forth and try to create. Well, it just lets everything be. And it admired the ebb and flow of what was. It didn't try to force a sexy on a man. And then it says, you're not good enough. I want a side piece. They said we got something called Rushmore. As a black Moor, I don't want to be rushed. Well, are we talking about Uncle Rush's credit card? I don't want to technically work for nothing. I don't want to have a size 0 in my pocket. No. I want to have the biggest number in my jeans possible. Well, big enough that I can still move around. Felt like a butterfly, sting like a bee. They think butterflies float. They don't fly. What's float? I believe that you only float in water. Right? Because we have something called floaties. I don't think butterflies float. That's a bad saying. But everybody's out here all stating, so everybody want to get insured. I can't recall. Let's go on to the next. Virgo. Los Angeles, the land of dreams. Angels dream. Do they? It's not even just angels. It's the fucking angel, honey. The angel dreams. What it dreams about is astrology, the Mazzaroth, stars, stardom. But the message in that dream, it had to have turned into a damn nightmare. Well, if that angel is not falling. Because the music, the movies, not all of them. I've lately been finding myself watching a lot of like Ghibli, whatever, creations, like Asian art. It's my style. But where the angels dream and they sleep. Of the stars. They say the Mazzaroth is supposed to be, or astrology is the story of Jesus. So everything that comes out of Hollywood is supposed to be the story of Jesus. You can find the devil in the small details, but I don't think anything is good anymore. It's hard for me to find anything that I want to watch. I find myself not watching remakes, but watching the original versions that are very old. Classics. I find myself watching this. Even if I've watched them a million times. Because they were once good. It was once good. So, for example, what's Sexy Red? They say that Sexy Red, and we just talked about what's astrology, the stars, and that's an angel sleeping, dreaming of stardom. Or is it awake? Either that angel is looking at Jesus or it is dreaming of Jesus. The issue is like artists like Sexyy Red. We're going to paint the town red. I thought that had something to do with anal sex. I doesn't know what it is. When I see Chanel, I see anal. I don't know if anybody sees that, CH anal, but I do. And like Karl Lagerfeld. Lager is a beer. It's a brewed up substance in a field. And Karl, the name Karl means peasant. That's a peasant beer, a peasant drunkard. They celebrate that there. Why? Arthur. They say Indiana Jones. No, they say Cleveland Brown. No. Indiana Brown. That's Black Expo. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you got artists and sex men that talk about her booty hole. Her booty hole brown. Is that Sodom and Gomorrah? Her person get fired. Now Sexyy Red out there, Virgo talking about her burning. Yes. Who you gonna talk about? You wanna talk about country music? Are they stars? I don't think so. Ain't no country artists live in LA. Take your ass to Tennessee. Because ain't nobody dreaming of racism. That's not a story that's in the Bible. No. That's a story that was added when somebody started having a road to Damascus. They probably took their ass to Tennessee. Beyonce is just now a star dreaming of country music. Now, I'm iffy on Beyonce. But those Tennessean, Kansas, confused, they keep dealing with tower moments in those areas. And my good omens deck, the tower card was a tornado. It was God itself. Going, so you think you do this. You think you somebody. I prove to you that you're not. Alice. It could be Malice, but you ain't Alice. Can you find Jesus, Virgo? Or are you so blind? I once was blinded. I haven't ever been blind. What's her name? I was watching that cherub on Little Women of Atlanta named Money. She's married to Moreland. What more lend money to somebody? I didn't do it. What? Who am I talking to? Libra. What movies have just come down Libra since everybody want to be a divergent and fight the architect? It wouldn't have been Neo. Why you want to paint the town white? You like the white party? That's Westworld. Arnold lost his motherfucking mind. Nah. Yes? Was Arnold the black dude? Or was Arnold the white dude that want to silence a lamb? They don't loudly tell you that every artist is a 33. It's a parody of it. It's not. It's the living word. It's just all balls of gas. You think it's all them. Okay. Somebody will really be living this shit. Would it be Dante? That's the only person I know that went through shit to get to the other side. What movies have just come out? You have Companion. I just watched that movie, so you fill in the blanks. I'm just gonna lay the groundwork for you to do it. In the movie Companion, Sergey, gay man, Neil. I think Jesus representing a rainbow. I see opposite. They thought that he was a mobster. It wasn't a mobster. He just kept saying he had to get his hands dirty because he sold dirt. He wasn't a farmer. He actually farmed dirt or dust. Kat, Josh, Eli. Leo, Josh, Joshua in the Bible, he got something to do with AI. I'm not AI. No, I'm not a bored ass mama. And what else? Eli, Book of Eli, Elijah, whatever you want to call him. They had that friend, the eyeball, Iris, and the Patrick. That's robots. Patrick. I'm not Patrick. My son has to be Patrick. It's a new day. The sun is a robot. Doesn't give a fuck. It's a system. They wanted him dead. They wanted Sergey, the dirt creator, dead because I would be Sergey. They want to be dead because I chose soil. But you have to follow me. You would have to have been following me a long time to know what I'm talking about because I've been saying that way before Companion was even thought of. I chose soil to create life. And rats turned on me. The thing is, I don't love no fucking, I love my eyeballs. I was the one someone trying to steal my eyeballs. And I don't want to be kissy up on an eyeball. I don't want to kiss I am. I want to fuck up I am. I do feel that I am supposed to serve me right. Because I am not Moses. That song has no fucking siren, gypsy sound of music, which is Lucifer, got a good ring to it. Motherfucking ass telling me how to divide a house. I don't know how. I don't want to wreck a good thing. I only break up a bad thing. I don't know. Patrick been insane. Cause Hendrix, cause James, cause Jimmy, cause Michael, and that Carmen. It made Patrick go insane. He wanted to take care of I am. Who was I saying? Virgo. A lot of people though say they don't believe in God. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. It is the only thing. I'm gonna tell you a secret. If you can learn how to say the whole alphabet, because it is a bet, because that's Alpha and Omega, A and Z. If you can learn how to say that whole thing in one breath, as one word, you will know the name of God. I don't know how to say it. What's that thing in the middle? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I don't know how to say that. B, Y. I don't know how to say bye. I don't know how to say it. Who is in the middle of that bye? You? It start with a C. C. Z. CZ? Caesar? I don't know if it's easy. It's easy. I'm not Zing. I don't know who's Z. Xena? I don't know what it is. That's a xenophobe. I don't know what that means either. Let's go to the next time because I'm just blabbering. I can't stay focused. I'm not a Ford. Let me see. What is it? This is Libra. Libra. Was Libra supposed to go? No, Libra don't go after Libra. I don't know where Libra go. Justice is limited to young white girls named Miranda. But that's out of business. They does not even get justice in Timor. You could be a part of New York and Co. But just not, and no one's going to get justice. Why you ask? I don't know. Normani. Limited to justice. Libra's like, that shit not fair. What's fair? I thought fair was an amusement. That's an amusement. That's amusing to me. That fair. It's got something to do with the county. I used to go to our county fair here where I live. Kind of, sort of. And I used to see men, Zen, creating bears out of wood. And it'd be timber, man. Just carving up bears. And I used to be sitting there wanting to, what's the thing called? It's not waffles. It's like a pancake with powdered sugar. I used to be sitting there eating that thing. It would be up on a hill. It would be right across from our hospital. And I used to be sitting there looking at those men in them plaid shirts, carving up shit. Going, who are they making that for? Funnel cake. I used to be sitting there eating my funnel cake. Bear witnessing. Wood. Idols. Bear. Somebody thought my daughter was the boss. The boss. What's a boss? A B-O-S-S. What the fuck is a B-O? That's nasty. That stinks. What's an S? What's the S-S? Why are there two S's? That's Sam Impala. That's a deer. Is it? It's a gazelle? The Bobby. I don't know what that means. They said Saturn, Libra, is a prison for trap souls. Jesus once had Judas soul tied to a tree because the church, he didn't know who to follow. So he felt like he betrayed Jesus because he followed the church. He followed through with the church. The problem is now, the church, they say it's the house of Jesus. It couldn't have been. Because it caused so much confusion to Judas that he killed himself. And Judas not ever went to a synagogue. That must not have been his God either. It must have been in the same bed as Jesus. The church is your God. That's fine. The church can be your God. I don't know the church. I don't know the church. I don't go to church. I don't feel heathen. No? Because who was heathen? I ain't never been a heathen. Well, I say I've never been sexy. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But then nobody has never holded me and said, "You some sexy man." Maybe. Then we're gonna be homosexuals because he would have to have been a damn man. He could be a woman, but he gonna have to have a penis. So now I'm talking about a hermaphrodite. A hermapha. Why is that a negative? Why is it her? Hermaphrodite. Why that girl got a dick? So a dick called a dite. It's hermaphrodite. Mephrodite. Mephrodite gotta be the dick. Richard, I ain't never been a mephrodite. I ain't never did meth. That sounds like Teen Spirit. That's Nirvana. I ain't never had it. I've come to the conclusion. It's a con. What's seclusion? You can have seclusion or inclusion. You want me to CN or NC? What? That's North Carolina. I don't know about Carolina. Caroline. Hermaphrodite. Herpes. Yes, I do pee. It's not ever been bumpies. It was a bumpy ride. But when I do pees, it's usually a string or a flow. It comes straight out because I don't want to get yeasty. My vagina is a bread factory. It can create the necessities for bread. It's not in bread. There's probably yeast then. It can make bread. But I'm not a prostitute because I ain't never been in labor. I ain't never used my vagina for labor. I don't want to have no baby come out my vagina. I'll never want to be in labor using my vagina to feel worthy. I don't want to because then I'm going to be labeled a prostitute. You see? I don't want to. Baby. Somebody's mama was in labor through her vagina. Fucking a slut. God, like I'm nasty. Janet. I don't want to. I would have never chosen Mary. I mean, maybe. Because she wouldn't have been my child and I wouldn't have been a pervert. So I would have chosen Gentile. But then he would have started calling them bitches and hoes. Talking about those Gentiles don't deserve money. What did Jesus say? He started saying something about the Gentiles. They don't deserve to eat. I don't know what the fuck they don't deserve to do. He would have been talking about his own mama. They say Jesus made his mama a table. There's no way. I don't know the Hebrew word. I don't think Jesus would have been talking Hebrew. Because nobody went to a fucking synagogue. What language you think Jesus is talking? Because it comes in Hebrew. No. Why them lie so? They want to be able to sleep good at night. Go lie down. No, he wasn't talking no damn Hebrew. That's a cult. It's a cult classic. That's a boys' club. That's a gentleman's club. Something was insane. It's a gentleman's club. Because he's not a part of the damn church. He may on top of God. Maybe don't want to. I don't ever want to be Hannah Montana. Maybe. Cyrus. Sound like Beetlejuice. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to Libra. Balance. Police officers that be going, I need you to do a breathalyzer. I don't like that says Elizer. My breath is not a lie. No. Because I feel breathing. But for some reason they say when you breathe, they can test your drunk water liquid out your breath. What? You should be able to take a weedalizer. You know, when you go take a drug test, you should be able to just blow, because weed come out of my mouth. I blow it straight out. They say they can take liquor from your breath in a machine, and it will read how much liquor you drunk from your breath. If somebody don't call Elizabeth Holmes right now, that bitch couldn't take a drop of blood to get one blood test. Not even your sugar, I don't believe in. I think they said they could take a drop of blood and get your sugars. They say they just need your breath and they can know if you is drunk. But it's got a lie in it. That's like blowing your breath in somebody's face and it smell like liquor. And them going, How that smell is 0.2 above the legal limit. What's the legal limit? So I can be drunk driving. I can. You just want to hinder how drunk I is? Why can you be drunk driving, but you can't be drunk driving? They say this is a limit. I'm gonna push it to the limit. I don't give a fuck. Because you're not gonna breathalyze. Then they say, can you walk in a straight line? You won't be in a dead line. Then they arrest you anyway. I want the police officer to blow into that breathalyzer. Because that's my breath is your breath. We share the same breath. Do we not? I exhale, inhale. Do you exhale, inhale? Is you in my personal space? You are drunk. I doesn't like no police officers being around drunk, drinking, drunk, and driving. You are drunk. I not ever been a drunk. As soon as I get around somebody breathing drunk, I'm fucking high. So that's cool. Is it the electrolytes? They said we got a satellite dish. Who sat a light on a dish? Why is it cable? Cable. I'm not a bull. I don't even think King Charles is a bull. I think he's Scorpio. That's fascinating. That's what I say next. Scorpio. Scorpio, in a roundabout way, the world. It's in a roundabout way. They say the world is a big water ball. It's got ocean, it's water, the sky got water, it's some crust in the middle, and then there's this hot lava lamp underneath us, floating in the air, spinning the fuck around. I would be so delighted to see that motherfucker. With some big white hair furries on his head, on the top, on the inside of that ball. That's groovy, baby. That's high as fuck. That's somebody's. You know they say you're going on an acid trip. I feel like that's what the fuck I would see if I went on an acid trip, because what the fuck. There's this. It's plastered. It's plastered on that ball. It's plastered, floating. No. So I believe in flat earth theory. Because we do something called bulldozing. And we flatten the earth. Is it heavy? Does the world have a weight limit? All balls, before they pop, have a fucking limit of how much air can be in there. And how much water can be in there. Do it or not. What would happen if our earth pop? Man. Needle? It's hard for a rich man to go to heaven. It's like finding a camel's toe in a stack of needles. I don't know what this says in this. You want to find a camel toe? I believe that's a vagina. I don't know what it is. The point is, when is enough enough? We're going to push Mother Earth to her limit. There's no Mother Earth. The Earth would have to be called Africa. They call it the Mother's Land. Yes. I want used a encyclopedia. Encyclopedia? What's a pedia? They say it's a PDF file. What's a pedia? Okay, if we take off pedia off that encycle, then you get a pedia. What the fuck? Pediasure. I don't know what it is. What's the difference between an encyclopedia and a dictionary? An encycle and a dick. I don't give a fuck about none of those full terms. I don't care about the words. What word is you? Maserati. Or you call me Key. I'm not Janice. Or her Dickerson. I don't give a fuck. I don't even know what I'm talking to. Scorpio. Shine bright like a diamond. I actually wasn't hearing that. I am hearing that. Shine bright like a diamond. But I'm also hearing I want to be hearing Seal, but I'm hearing R. Kelly believing that he can fly. What's fly? How you gonna believe that he can bug me? If you start flying, I ain't gonna get a fly swat here. You can't fly. That's Armageddon. Because if you start flying in the air without them eyes on that bitch, that's those bugs from Revelation. They say something be lying. They be big ass locust flies. And they be flying around, ruining everything with pestilence and chemtrails and everything. Robert once believed that someone could do it. He believed that someone could have houses with flies. It's terminal. That's gross. It's nasty. It ain't a cancer sign. I don't even have a passport. What the fuck is a passport? You passed the port. Monaco is filled up with wraiths. Monaco's full of dead principalities. They on the other side. That must be nice. I don't think so. That's what Life Jennings said. And that nigga was a prisoner. Somebody must be nice. That's Frenchian. For Frank, is that, yeah. Money, I don't know. So we got a peach cobbler. I know about a cobweb. What's a cobbler? How that fucking pie turned cobbler. Imagine eating that motherfucker. I never in my life ate a peach cobbler. What is part of this cobbler? It gotta be the cobwebs on top of that motherfucker? Pig. That's Charlotte's Web. I don't know what's a cobbler. Well, I know what a cob is, but I just know what a lure. I don't know what an L-E-R. Lee, R. Police officers and ambulance rely on sirens. That's biblical. Those Leviathans, they rely on Leviathan. They rely on a fishy situation where someone could be terminally hurt and sick and dead. But you hear that siren and you think, oh, I'm saved. Or that's so beautiful to my ears. Till you get that bill. And I just got to pay for it, Ursula. Like, I just want your voice. Do Jesus fight the Leviathan? Let's fight him. They start fighting it. Fuck you. I have low tolerance for that shit. It don't sound holy when I hear that shit. It sound like a fuss. I got something to do with a demon peacock. On Dreyfus or something. They think Stolas the only one. Damn. Then they go on there talking about Now that you gone, you want to come back. Is that a fact? You got it like that. You made me wait too long. Somebody don't want to live. Somebody want to be a size 0 in their pants. Talking about you made me wait too long. How much weight do you have when your bottom line is nothing? You got nothing. Then people get mad at these men that fuck over some model because he think it's just a fucking escort. It's nothing. It's a waste of nothing. It's just nothing. Zero. Nothing. Can't get shit out of that. So many bitches want to be the next top nothing. That's called Finding Nemo. They said starfish, clownfish, change genders. If the bitch die in the fish school, then the next big boy will turn into a girl. They said that Nemo would have been in a relationship with his daddy because his daddy would have been his mama. I got something to do with Caitlyn Jenner. Somebody's lost. The person that's lost is nobody. That bitch ain't have nobody till she got her body done. How you get your body finished? What the product you selling? Booty? That's R. Kelly. She deserved to be in prison. That nigga start saying, I want to feel on your booty. Could have been Aaliyah. Hers flat like a funnel cake. I don't even fuck. I understand what I want. So let's go on to the next one. Sagittarius. How you gonna do me like that? How you just gonna pop up like that? Gonna love me? Why don't you love me? Why you force that bitch to say that? She took a pledge to know nothing. How you gonna be with a bitch that sing but took an oath to be dumb? Why you wanna be the fool? She thinks all about her? I beg to differ. That bitch took a pledge. I don't know why I think pledge is glass cleaner. I'm fresher than you. Who the fuck is you? Yo. And it hurts so bad. If it hurts so bad, why does it feel so good? Everybody idolized Michael Sagittarius. Everybody liked Jackson. A Jack boy. That's a Freemason. I think a jack is that plug. You plug your phone into your jack. Isn't that a jack? Hi, Jack. You get electricity coming out to that motherfucker. Give me the energy, nigga. He going upgrades. So Sagittarius could have been in high school. It's gonna be a college student. I'm talking colonialism. Colonialism. What the fuck? How you say that? Colonialism. What's a lism? Yeah. Elizabeth put her name on everything. What's a colony? Only ants have colonies. Bitch. I want to be sovereign. I don't ever want to be a bug in somebody. Tell me about I believe I can fly. Bitch believe it can be. No. No. Less. No, you can't be. You want to be the queen bee? What do queen bees do in a hive? They sit on their ass. They sit on their ass and they start producing all these damn eggs, being a baby mama. I don't even know if them babies got daddies. Maybe. Everybody get a piece. There'll be a little sweet Tuesday. I don't want to be. Don't touch me. No. So, that's dumb. Somebody believe they can be. I ain't never seen a person out here existing. A person. Girls ain't no person. I'm not a person. I'm a man. Women ain't no person. No? Well, Who's keeping track? Who's keeping count? Per se. Who's keeping check? Who's checking that shit? Person. Son. Who's the person? What's a per? One? One son? That's one son. That's one. 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 How many ones? That's a billion ones. I don't know how many ones out there. It's not a lot of ones. How many ones are in rotation? What a one on a dollar? What a dollar one? I don't know. Everybody want to be that one with the 0, 0. That's Judaism. Everybody want to be Benji. Franken. That's for the Swiss. I doesn't give a fuck what you think. I said Moreland, not Franklin. I don't know if I want some Swiss money. It's a loan. He's like, I'm going to tell you in advance. What are they going to tell you in advance? Devil? What's an advance? Yeah. Somebody talking about they want to get residuals. I looked at that word residual and I didn't see a G nowhere. Let's say recital. You're going to be a dual citizen. They just now making Spanish people and all those foreigners dual citizens, because they starts dueling with those motherfuckers. They still start fighting for Good Friday, for ICE, because Caucasia. So that's now dual citizen. That's what it takes. I'm not doing the dual citizen. I don't have to go fight with an African, and maybe I'm not going to fight with your black ass. Or I can fight with a Native American. Or I can fight with a Cuban as well. I'm going to have to fight with a cigar, a banana boat. I'm going to have to fight with Scarface. I have to fight the devil. Going, I'm God's daddy. And I'm going to have to fight with... I'm African. I'm gonna have to fight with Jaimon. Going Gladiator. You think he's in the clubs? His club full of whites. That's a lot of white cells. That's a lot of white blood cells. I just don't like all of that. They drunk. They need to take more breathalyzer. They gotta inhale or exhale. Somebody. So that's interesting. Let's go to Capricorn. Capricorn, that's dumb. You can't write like that. Chess. That's a right chess. Right chess. Right chess. That's a chess move. Right. You could be a leftist. I don't know. Some motherfucker might be a Baptist. So you can't write like that. Chess. What am I saying? They say they write with a pencil or a pen. Seal? A pencil. A pencil? It's a seal? When I write a seal with my pen, it says sigil. Not a visual. What is a visual? A virtual? No. What's that called? We go funeral. When I write with my pencil, I write not number 2. That's it. You want me to write shits with a pencil? So no. Why they take that pen off that ink? No. They took that seal off that ink. Seals only go with lead. It's lead. It's not lead. What's a pencil? With trees, either woods, I don't know, ash. What's that fucking shit come out? It's not ink. What's ink? That's black ink from. I like blue ink. Oh, red. Ink to red is correcting. What the fuck? I'm Scarlet. Red hair. What's a pencil? You got a pencil? Pencil? Pencil. Seal? I don't know, a pencil. But you can have a pen, but no seal. That shit, no seal can be written in ink. I have to be able to erase it. I need to be able to erase it. Why? I want you to see. Why? It's pencil, no ink. It is lead. They say that's poisonous. But it's a pen. It's ink, but no seal. It's too permanent. It's permanent. That's a lie. They say there's no permanence. I'm all natural. I don't know. It's permanent. No. What color perm? That's a white spermy. I don't know what it is. Let's straighten it out, make it more fine. So number 2. That's a boo-boo. That's ouch. So you can't write like that. You can't write like me. I don't give a fuck. You can't do it, Capricorn. You could maybe ink. You want to ink a deal? Because you ain't gonna be able to pencil. Why Capricorn want to ink a deal? Make a deal with the devil. You're gonna have to do it in ink. It's got to be permanent. Because you gotta be fine as fuck. Gemini. You make a deal with me, it's gonna be pencil. Cause shit. So, see? A seal? A pen? You can erase it. With me, you can vanish. You can get the fuck on. I don't want to keep you trapped forever. Lead. They say lead is in a bullet. It's a bullet train. It's gonna go as fast as a bullet. But that's all I got for you. Godspeed. God bless. Bye.